Your credit card? They invented it. Your bank account? They built the system. And that superstition about Friday the 13th? It started the day they were destroyed. 9 men rose from nothing to become the most powerful organization on Earth, then vanished overnight along with a fortune no one has ever found. This is the Knights Templar. And their story isn't just history, it's a warning. Jerusalem. 9 knights take a vow of poverty and move into the old stables beneath the Temple Mount. Their mission sounded simple: protect pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land. But something doesn't add up. 9 men protecting thousands of travelers across an entire war-torn region? They spent their first 9 years doing almost nothing publicly. No patrols. No major victories. Nothing. Instead, they had private access to excavate beneath one of the holiest and most mysterious sites on Earth. What were they really looking for? Ancient texts? Lost relics? The Ark of the Covenant? Solomon's treasure? We still don't know. But we do know this: after those 9 silent years, everything changed. Within a decade, they went from sleeping in stables to being endorsed by the Pope himself. And the power they built from that moment on? It's the blueprint every modern corporation still follows today. Imagine you're in medieval Europe. You need to travel from London to Jerusalem with enough gold to last months. Here's the problem: you'll be robbed long before you reach France. The Templars created a solution so advanced it still forms the foundation of our banking system. You deposit your gold at a Templar fortress in London. They hand you an encrypted note, symbols only you and they can understand. You travel across Europe with no gold on you. No target on your back. And in Jerusalem, you hand that note to the Templars and withdraw your money. Congratulations. You just used the world's first international ATM network. But the fee they charged? That was only the beginning. The Templars weren't just guardians of money. They were investors, lenders, insurers, landowners, and eventually, something even more dangerous: independent. They charged service fees. They loaned money to kings. They insured ships and caravans. And with those profits, they bought everything: castles, ports, shipping fleets, farmland, vineyards, mills. By the 1200s, they owned more land than most kingdoms. They had their own navy. An army of more than 15,000 elite knights. Diplomatic immunity. 0 taxes. And they answered only to the Pope. That independence made them powerful, too powerful. And one man couldn't stand it. King Philip IV of France was broke. And his biggest creditor was the Templars. He couldn't defeat them militarily. He couldn't outmaneuver them politically. So he attacked their reputation. Before sunrise on Friday, October 13, 1307, French soldiers raided every Templar property in the country simultaneously. The charges were extreme. Worshipping idols. Spitting on the cross. Secret rituals. Devil worship. Historians agree the accusations were pure fabrication. But propaganda doesn't need to be true, it just needs to spread. Under torture, people will confess to anything. Philip knew that. But no one expected what came next. March 18, 1314. Jacques de Molay, the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar, is burned alive in front of Notre Dame. As the flames rise, he shouts a curse. God will avenge our death. Pope Clement, King Philip, I summon you to meet me before God's throne within the year. A dramatic moment. Probably myth, right? Except, Pope Clement died 1 month later. King Philip died 7 months later. Both sudden. Both mysterious. And while Europe destroyed the Templars, their treasure was never found. Their fleet of ships disappeared. And hundreds of knights outside France simply vanished. So where did they go? Not everyone turned against them. Portugal refused to arrest them. Instead, the king simply renamed them the Order of Christ and put them in charge of exploring the world. These former Templars helped fund Prince Henry the Navigator, Vasco da Gama, and even the expeditions that led to the discovery of the New World. The Red Templar cross appears on the sails of the ships that crossed the Atlantic. In Scotland, exiled Templars found sanctuary. Some historians believe they fought alongside Robert the Bruce at the Battle of Bannockburn. Their symbols later appeared in Freemasonry. And their biggest legacy isn't hidden in ruins or dusty archives. It's in your pocket. Today, the systems we use daily trace back to the Templars' innovations. International banking? They created the first version. Encrypted financial documents? They invented them. Multinational operations? They did it centuries before corporations existed. Tax exemptions, offshore wealth, legal immunity, independent military orders, these ideas weren't created by governments. They were created by 9 knights in Jerusalem. You don't need conspiracies to see their fingerprints. Just look at the structure. Global banks mirror the Templar credit networks. Corporations follow the Templar model of cross-border independence. Tax havens work the same way the Templars scattered their properties across Europe to avoid seizure. Even the way money moves electronically today, deposits here, withdrawals there, it's the same system they pioneered 900 years ago. So here's the real question. Did the Knights Templar actually disappear? Or did they simply evolve, changing their names, their symbols, their methods, while keeping the same core blueprint for power alive? 9 knights built a global empire. That empire was destroyed in one coordinated night. Yet somehow, the world they designed is the one we still live in. Their greatest treasure wasn't gold. It was a system. A structure. A formula for influence that survives wars, collapses, and centuries. And maybe, just maybe, someone is still using it today. What do you think happened to the Templars?